Hello everyone, I am Mrs. Josna Meena and today I am going to explain you the second chapter of class 12 business study, that is principles of management. This is given in your PDF 1 and in the video 4 I already explained you about the 6 principles of management given by Henry Fayol. They are division of work, authority and responsibility, discipline, unity of command, unity of direction, and subordination of individual interest to general interest. These 6 points are already explained in the video 4, and now today in the video 5 of this chapter the explanation is being made from point number 7 to point number 14th. Now next point is the principle given by Henry Fayol is remuneration to employees or remuneration of employees. Remuneration means return of given to the employees, which is in the form of salary or wages. According to F.W. Taylor, the return or remuneration which is given to the employee should be sufficient. It should be in such a way that the employee can get satisfied and he can work with full enthusiasm and full energy. Next is centralization and decentralization. Centralization refers to the process in which authority or powers are restricted in certain hands or with the certain or limited person. Centralization means power remain with some persons. Powers or rights or authorities are not distributed to a number of persons. It is not divided in a number of persons. Means decision making power or any policy making power remain within the a few persons hands. But decentralization refers to the process in which authority or powers is divided in a number of persons according to their positions. For example, some power remain in the hand of manager only, means some decision can be taken only by manager, but when the manager divide some of the powers or decision making authorities to workers, it is called decentralization. When this is made according to different department in different workers or supervisors, it is called decentralization. Means the authority or power to take decision or any work is divided in a number of person. The subordinate or the lower level employees can also make some decisions or take some actions. Then scalar chain. Now we should know what is scalar chain. Scalar chain is a chain of command. Here you can see I am drawing a diagram. This is scalar chain. For example, there are two branches of business, A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H. This is scalar chain. Scalar chain means the top level or topmost authority is A, and if there are two type of branches, for example, one branch is making one product, suppose it is plastic division, another branch is making another product, for it is making some other chemical division. So there are two branches, plastic division and chemical division. Two branches are running and one head is controlling, suppose chairperson, then the manager of plastic branch, then supervisors of plastic branch, then workers of plastic branch. In the same way, the chairman controls the manager of chemical division, then supervisors, then workers, and then other labor, etc. So here the work is divided one by one in different type of authorities in one branch, and in another branch the authority or power flows from top to bottom. Here the authority or power or work flows from top to bottom. In this way, if there is a need to communicate between two branches, the same level of employee can make communication directly also. The rule is that they have to communicate in this way, that lower level to higher level to higher, and then topmost authority, and then topmost authority give order to another branch related to this. Means if D want to communicate with G, there is a chain to talk like this way. In this way there is communication should be made. But sometimes this is a lengthy way, so direct D can contact to G, means the worker of plastic division can make a contact directly to chemical division. For example, look like this. So this procedure is called gang plank. Gangplank means avoiding the chain. In using the chain, the communication can be made directly between lower level employees, and this gangplank should be used in this scalar chain so that the time can be saved, the unnecessary wasting of time is avoided, and the work can be done faster. This gangplank should used in the normal activities. This should not be used in the important matter. When there is important matter, communication should be made in a chain. This diagram is also given in your book, which is also sent in a photograph along with this video. Now next point is order. Order means, order refer to, it is a system. Order means everything should be at its place, and every place has a particular thing. Order means everything should be kept in a proper systematic way, or order means, in other word, we can also say that proper person at proper place and proper thing in proper place is the principle of order. The Fayol also state that a place for everyone and everyone in his place is the principle of order. Everything must be in systematic way in the business, and it should not be disturbed. Proper person at proper place and proper thing at proper place is important. Equity. Equity means there must be similarity. There must be a balanced behavior with all the employees. All the employees are treated in a same way or same behavior, so that there is not any partiality between the employees. Stability. Stability means the personal means employee. The employee should be stable at one place. The workplace of employee should not be changed again and again. There must be a stability in their work. Next, initiative. Initiative means the worker should take initiative in performing their work. They have a right to initiate in their work. They have a right to take the first step to perform any work. They should be given proper importance and encouraged to take any initiative or first step for any work. And last is spirit de corps. Spirit de corps refers to the procedure in which the workers should feel that all of them are working for a common purpose or common idea. They should know that the object of all of them is same. There must be a feeling of devotion and loyalty in the employee. They must know that they all are working for a common object or for common organization, and in this way they must work in a united form and with unity. It generally it can be said also as unity is strength. This principle is also found in other books, like unity is strength, means there must be teamwork or team feeling in the all the workers. Okay, thank you.